Gotta make sure I get my Star Trek stuff going. And breakfast. And collective soul, you are not sure. Morning, it's 9 o'clock? Yes, 8:59. I'm gonna eat my yogurt. I want to do my Star Trek stuff, because my time I do it is set at like 9, or set in the morning. I wasn't able to do my dilithium because I have an hour and a half left on that, but I'll just do dilithium tomorrow. It's not very critical. I have like 10 days left of refinement. And I do a lot of mining it anyways, so the bonus is literally bonus, not necessary. Dishwasher's running, coffee's made. Yeah, I'm gonna leave here at like 10:40, 10:30. Yeah, I haven't actually been active this morning. That's why I got off early as I did. Oopsies. Because the directions to park are not an actual place. I mean, it is a place. Every place is a place. But it's not like I can say, oh, get me to Archie Anderson Park or get me to Kingsway Field. It's get me onto Larch Street between these blocks. So yeah, right there. We'll be right next to R.A. Long High School. Finally get to see this mythical place. A lot of people that went to R.A. Long High School, and I've heard of people that went to R.A. Long High School, and I've never actually seen it. Of course, I haven't gone exploring in Longview very much. But yeah, I gotta get to stretching, and gotta make sure Aaron's up, because it's 9 o'clock now. I'm gonna go make sure we'll wake him up here. Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey. Hey, get me. Did I vlog before I came here? I did. Did I vlog as I got here? This is the field. We did it on the other side of those trees. We didn't have helmets on, so I didn't have to. Dirty AF. Dirty, dirty, dirty. The cleats are soaking wet, and they're in the bike. There's that coconut water. I stood around and BS'd for a while. It is 2:58. Yay! We stood around because, again, it's muddy, and where is my coconut? It fell out of the bag. So, we went over a lot of run plays today, and then the defense and stuff. And I'll tell you, it's gonna be fun being a linebacker. No, not Diggy's Adventure. Stop it, on the Diggy's Adventure. Stop. Everything is... I had my phone in my pocket the entire time. So, yeah. I've reached my daily step goal today. Yeah. 69. Basically. 68. Wiggle. Oh, that's just it. Yeah, there. We're at 7,000. Oh. I need my Brittany. I need my Brittany. I'm gonna vlog when I get home. Because I got pee. Real bad. I had to pee when I got here. I had to pee all throughout practice. I got pee now. Real bad. What you been doing while I've been
reading
the
time travel story, reading the latest chapter.
Did you do anything on your computer? Did you do your Hearthstone daily?
I did.
Okay. Good. We didn't want to forget that. Not that it's going to be too terribly hard considering after this shedding of mud. It doesn't look like it, but I feel it all over me. Like, there's not just the mud, there's the sweat under the layer of the because it was like misting. And 56 degrees right next to the Columbia River. It never actually rained. Like,
But you still got
black guys have like that, some of them have like the really dense fro. Yeah, they were getting like snow capped because the water was catching on top of their fro, but it wasn't actually making their hair wet. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Well, yeah, they were looking like they were getting frosted, but anyways, yeah, it was just enough misting coming down to make everything wet, and it wasn't sunny to kind of help dry out the grass. Like, they were full, like, you can definitely tell, like, I always like it when I have a deep cut, like, when I'm on defense.
Yeah. Oh. That
Because,
okay.
because I'm like shuffle, plant, push, and like there's just this divot. And not even a divot, because a divot is like something you chip out. A divot is like what a receiver will do is they'll plant their foot and they'll twist and they'll throw dirt out. That's a divot.
Yeah.
Mine is like I'm pushing on the mud and it just leaves this like sheared off section of mud. Some of the, because we were playing kind of a weirdy flag 7-on-8 on 2, because there were children there from one of the new guys, and they were like, it was strange, but that's why I was like, because we were like, the big guys are playing the game, and the two kids are like protecting each other. They're defending. But yeah, oh my gosh. But we installed defense stuff, and I don't want to put any of that on here because Tyler is going to try to keep stuff off the public because he's not sure who's getting what information from where. Yeah, so we're not necessarily being paranoid, we're being cautious about where we put information, and I'll talk about it with Willie because even so, it's defense stuff. It's defense. Defense is reactionary. You don't tell them offensive plays, but defense is like, I mean, you can do stuff on defense, really, but sometimes the secondary is just sort of in zone. When you're in a cover 2, you're in a cover 2. It doesn't matter what the receivers do, you have your zone. You guys can stay in cover 2, depending on the sets, you can stay in cover 2 the whole game. Probably not a good idea. Yeah. But we were dealing mainly with box stuff today. And I want to show some of the stuff for Aaron because it's very interesting. And he'll understand it. I need like, we don't have a chess set, do we? That would be that would actually be, because that would give me, I could do pawns and show you the little thing rather than try to draw it out each and every set. I could just keep setting them up. I was like, salt shakers would work. We don't have enough salt shakers.
Yeah.
Pawns would work. We don't have enough minifigs. We don't.
No, I'm trying to figure out why I don't have a chess set.
I think I think you may have, I said, just give it to your parents. We're not carting this thing around. You may have had one and we just gave it off to your parents.
Might still be in a closet somewhere.
Probably. But I need to shed layers. Probably everything.
Yeah.
Where's my Brittany? Brittany. Oh. Roll down the windows. Pull away very slowly as it's blaring Britney Spears. Although Tyler made a joke today. Because we were going over defense stuff and about blitz packages, and Thor was like, no, we don't want to have, someone made a mistake. We had 2 men in 1 hole. And everybody else was like, yeah, that's always a bad thing. And Tyler he got up on his toes and he's like, Theo? And I'm like, I don't do that, I'm monogamous. And then and I could see it on Steele's face. What? Oh! But Tommy and Tyler both, they love cracking the jokes because at least Tyler knows I can take the jokes. Tommy likes the fact that he can kind of joke like that, is what I've gathered, because he does kind of make jokes like that, and I'm just like, I don't care, Whereas some of the younger guys are probably like, that's weird. But anyways, so yeah, we need to I need to get all the clothing stuff off. And I may need help just because it's like everything's tired.
What? Didn't it crud out?
Married life. I can't do my own eyebrows because I blink actually too much and we don't have tweezers. The chat's been going a little crazy as people get home and get settled and whatnot. So I'm going to show you the picture of what happened to the Cavs against the South Lane Buzzards. Now there are videos where we've played the Buzzards, like a lot.
Yeah.
Like they were, they're the Eugene team. And I'd have to say probably the best game for that one would have been probably the first one. I don't know. There was, I've got like a great number of Buzzards things. I'll find one for a card so you guys can watch that weekend video.
Yeah. I remember them being fairly decent.
They are. They're in the PFL. They were about mid upper range. Like they were probably B- in terms of stuff. Even B when you got down to after some teams left. Because they were just starting to become little amount, and people were leaving and whatnot. But yeah, so that was the Buzzards, and they kind of stopped, reformed, tried to do 9-man, tried to do PFL, but yeah. So yeah, 87-0. That beats what Willie's team did to them, which was like 60-something to 0. And the Sentinels last week only did like 38-0. Did you ever figure out what size shoulder pads you needed? Malcolm, X small. I'm not sure. maybe XX small. That kid's pretty small. The thing is, he may be getting it for a friend or something. That's what I was thinking, that he was asking for shoulder pads, because I was like, you're a coach's son. You should literally probably have like the best pads for a quarterback. You're probably asking for a friend who may have been out of high school for a while. And most high schoolers don't have their own pads. They just get them from the school, unless...
Yeah.
But anyways, so we're going to go to... I already forgot.
Oldl Chicago.
All right. I'm going to map that in my head right now, and I'm going to find where... Oh, good. Hi. I'm probably just going to have pizza. We need to get a hold of little Joe. Well, that was an interesting pizza from... If you guys have one near you, you should really try the steak and beer cheese. Something like that. I have a slice left over because it was a medium on their like thick crust.
Yeah.
So...
I even had a slice, and dang, that is a thick, filling pizza.
Yeah, and it had like shredded steak on it, like we would get on our old Papa Murphy's pizza. But then it had like beer cheese on it instead of like regular cheese.
Friggin' delicious.
And I put pepperoni on it because, yeah.
Why not?
But it was like super greasy because it had like green onions and white onions and garlic and all that jazz.
I mean, heck.
Can't really see. Yeah. And had bacon on it and everything.
Yeah. Bacon, lots of kinds of cheese, lots of everything.
Right.
So yum.
My phone is muted. So yeah. What's the little Joe saying?
Not feeling right now. I'm de-stressing from all the stupidity today with customers. I just want to get off work, go curl into a ball in my room, and remind myself that not everyone is stupid. Plus, I have family in town that want me to hang out with them tonight before they leave. Cry face, cry face.
Banning's is like the perfect place to go for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think I'll be like, here, you have a bad day? Here, have some tachos.
You had a bad day? Here, shove your face in this pie.
Shove your face in this pie after eating tachos. Just drink coffee till the end of time. Bad day at work, bannings. Great day at practice, Oldl Chicago, beer, cheese, and steak pizza. Well, we watched a Superbowl from like 3 years ago. And then there was hockey, and I was trying to figure it out, but I'm like, in a weird way, I don't know enough to be able to watch hockey. And to me, it's like just moving really fast. It's like if Aaron... Yeah. I don't know. We'll see you guys when we get home. So, for those of you that want to have a little bit of laugh and understand something of, I don't want to say like, you know, bad rating, but of the adult life, I was in the bathroom this morning and I was just so sleepy because I went immediately in, rather than waiting until I finished my coffee because hearing any water run, anyways. So, and then I did that and my brain just went through the motions and I took one of my nighttime pills. My nighttime pills that wax me out. Like, it was already going down my throat and I was like, oh no. I'm hoping here in like 20 minutes, I don't pass back out. Because they're so powerful that, yeah. And whatnot, I got coffee. And like I said, I hope so. I'm going to try to keep my brain active. I need to get to the gym. Because I need to do chest with Willie. I hope. Because I need to clarify with him when his practice is. When is your practice this morning? So Willie needs a haircut and the guy wants to charge him like $20 for just like a, you know. That's what I would do personally if I was able to cut like that. I would have a sliding scale, like maybe not fully sliding, but because then that could be abused. But if you're like getting like a full, like when I get a haircut and it goes from like, because I can always tell because when my sideburns are down to here, it's time to get a haircut. Or like when these little hairs are starting to come over and tickle it in here, I can pull them a little bit and they tickle. But when you see like right along in there, yeah, when it starts happening all over the place, it's like, maybe it's time to go in. I can always sometimes feel it when they start flicking down and curling around there. It's the benefits of having the exact same haircut all the time. So you know when it's beyond what it is. I asked Willie when his practice is for the Raiders, because everybody, the Cobras have started back up and whatnot. So if it's not until like, I mean, obviously being a football team on Super Bowl Sunday, they want to get the practice done and over with before the Super Bowl. So it's hopefully it's, and I want to take him to chest day, but I got a mod and grocery shopping, and I want to watch the Super Bowl too, and I want to get chest done. In theory, we can go afterwards. Gym doesn't close till like 8, but I'll work that one out with him. I have to make sure I get my brain active just in case my pill starts kicking in. Oh, this is gonna be this fun next couple hours. So yeah, the store is a madhouse right now, but like Aaron saw the price tag of the, what are they apples? The Honeycrisp apples at like $2.79 a pound. So now we're picking up Gala apples for like $1.49 a pound.
Honeycrisp are so good.
Well, yes, they have the word honey in them, and people think they're great.
Well, they're what I got last time.
Yeah, but these might be good too.
True. I do like Gala apples. I like Honeycrisp more.
This is the guy that can't remember how to get most places or what restaurants we live around, but he can remember the differences between red apples. You have an answer for that?
Yeah, it's different kinds of things.
Whatever. I gotta say, the longer I spend in 2018, the more I think of the people with the wireless earbuds from Apple crap. Are just the most pretentious people on the planet. Like, they can't hear anything you're saying and that they don't care. And you're like, hey, you're gonna be walking into traffic and you deserve to live. Oh well, boom. Sucks to be you. That's why you probably shouldn't have your earphones in all the time. I know. I'm still just looking to see if there's anything on sale or if there's a new flavor. If I didn't check this thing all the time, I wouldn't have found the pumpkin spice one that I never bought, never ever want to try. You reminded me, hey, you already have hummus. I'm like, yes, but if I didn't wander here by randomly, I wouldn't have found, like last holiday season, the pumpkin spice hummus. And then they have dark chocolate flavored hummus, dessert hummus over there. Yeah, I should. Oh. The thing is, I thought it might have been just weird chocolate spread, but no.
It's hummus.
Steamed chickpeas, organic sugar, water, cocoa powder.
It tastes like that Nutella stuff.
I'll take your word for it.
I know it is. But that's kind of low.
Yeah, I was like, there's like 2 years ago, there was a company that came out with pumpkin spice hummus, and I was just, yeah. So yeah, apparently one of the bakery ladies says that it tastes like Nutella. Was this cart here before? I don't remember that cart being there. But we need to get none. So the fajita stuff did not turn out nearly as well as we thought.
Yeah.
It had like no flavor, and we tried to put flavor on it, and it just wasn't working. All right, starting. So we're gonna head down and get our pizza, because as we were leaving Fred Meyer, it was like, we called it in, because they're like, oh, we'll call it in, get in. Hour and 20 minutes. For a pizza, we have to cook. I love the store, but it's Super Bowl Sunday, and they're swamped.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go now, because we got like 20 minutes until the kickoff, and while kickoff's fun, you know, a football game is all the game, especially near the end. And commercials are going to be repeated throughout the entire Super Bowl. So.
And, I mean, even with the kickoff, if we skipped kickoff, what was that, 2 years ago? We still would have seen the first play where, fumbled first play.
That was 4 years ago.
Jesus.
Where it just kind of went right out the back of the end zone, yada yada.
Right over his head?
Yeah, that was the first one. That was 2014. That was Peyton Manning. Well, as I figured it was going to happen, I spent, 3 hours watching mental reps, because I didn't really care who won, because either way, Philly was going to burn to the ground. I've already posted stuff like that on Facebook. Willie's in complete agreement, and a few of the Eagles fans that I know aren't refuting my claims. It's like, I'm like, you do realize that Philadelphia is probably in the process of being burned to the ground right now. And they're like, we won the Super Bowl. I'm like, but your city's going to burn to the ground, and you may not, like, poor Geno's and all this stuff. They're like, we won the Super Bowl. I'm like, like, seriously, I probably could have told the 12s a bunch of years back. You do realize that the Space Needle has been tipped over, is in the bay, and is caught on fire. Or is in the sound and on fire. And they're like, but we won the Super Bowl. I'm like, your only landmark that makes you anything special is, like, dying. But we won the Super Bowl. What you eating?
Post about a proposal on PHP.
Is it getting married to Squirrel? Because I call it Puppy.
I'm not dignifying that with an answer.
Everyone wants to see puppies and squirrels get married. It's adorable. But they're giving out the Lombardi Trophy, and they're doing all this stuff. They have to have post-game, and then This Is Us is on. I'm probably going to pop on Voltron. It's like 6 or 8 episodes.
Okay.
And it just, like I said, it helps with that, whatnot. Probably going to continue Snapchatting with people. Willie and I were going to go to the gym after and do chest, but as it's like 7:32, by the time I drive like 15 minutes to get him, and then 5 to 7 minutes up and over the hill to get to the gym, we'll have like 10 minutes before they close. And that could be like walk down, do bench press, and they'll be like, time to go, folks. I'm like, but we're here doing lifts to... Whatever. Thoughts and prayers for the city of Philadelphia. What have you been doing the entire game? You've been watching relative commercials with like the Infinity War, and there was a Black Panther car commercial, and then a ton of Tide ads. And I'm certainly glad they never talked about Tide Pods. It was always just, look how clean things get.
Yeah. Reading stuff on my phone, Reddit, Tumblr.
He did errand things.
Yeah, I punched around.
I was not impressed by the... Like, honestly, I recognize Justin Timberlake songs because they've played them a lot on the radio, but I don't follow Justin Timberlake. And as I posted to Snapchat, he looks like he's not aging well. And people are like, well, his beard's scruffy and it makes him look older. I'm like, okay, I get that. But it's like, as I was telling Aaron, it's more in like the way he was dancing. You know, I understand when he was like 19 when he was a part of NSYNC. You see where my brain was having hiccups with that? When he was when he was a part of NSYNC, he was like 19 and was like the cute boy and all that stuff. But now he's like a year older than me and kind of, you know, whatnot. I understand, because I've looked at pictures of him like on red carpets when I was actually looking up how old he was, and it showed pictures of him on the red carpet, and I was like, okay. When he's like clean shaven, he's got a little bit more hair on his head, then he does look younger, but when he's got the bald look and the scraggly beard, he looks significantly older. Plus, stadium lighting isn't there to make you look good. It's there to show you what's going on. Although the Giants commercial is already going nuts all over social media, where they did the Dirty Dancing thing. People are calling it the best commercial ever, but that's the comments are like 50% polarized. Best commercial ever. This is the worst commercial ever. How dare guys do that with each other? What is that? I've seen that. Mr. Wishart did that in 9th grade physics. He also had a bell jar, so we got to watch water boiling at room temperature, and we got to watch marshmallows go from the size of my thumb to like the size of my head to the size of my pinky bone. Like most of the vacuum chamber stuff, from that channel I get, and that's why I like the press channels better for the physics stuff, the hydraulic press stuff, because it's just better. Also, it's kind of weird because Action Lab, I'm like, you have a vacuum chamber and a press, and a hydraulic press and all these other things to do these, and you live out in the middle of the desert. Why do you have heavy machinery in your house when you live out in the middle of the desert? Because he's gone out to his backyard and done some stuff, and it looks like Eastern Oregon. And I'm like, what? But like, I don't know exactly where it's at, but that's kind of what it looks like. No trees and kind of that gravelly sandiness that you just come to expect from Eastern Oregon. So, yeah, I'm preheating the oven for Papa Murphy's. I'm probably gonna... Is there anything you absolutely want to say? Anything you remember was good? No?
There were colors.
Right.
I was not watching it.
Yes. Or at least it was on around him and I could have him watch replays of stuff. I'll see about if Willie wants to get to the gym early tomorrow, and then I'll edit the video and we'll have all that stuff at the end. I will put notes in at the beginning of the video. They're just already there, and this is a really moot point to be putting in, because if it is already at the end of the video, you've seen at the beginning of the video to fast forward to XX minutes, because that's when it's going to be. Vlogging is sometimes ridiculously confusing in temporal continuum. morning. Yeah. I haven't checked the structural integrity of Philadelphia yet this morning. Apparently it's still standing. It's a fairly large city. It's hard to burn it down. I did see stories that the city police were calling in the National Guard, and they were like forming barriers around the city buildings. And like I saw Hardee's, they're like, we really want to serve you biscuits in the morning if our restaurants are still standing. I'm like, yeah, I think I'd be happier if they flipped cars. If the guy's like, we won the Super Bowl, let's flip my car. Not this random car I found on the road. And I have the same thing about all the, protesty violence. It's just sort of like, we're marching down the street. We don't like what's going on with the president or what's going on over the thing. And then someone just pulls out like a crowbar and smashes the nearest car, and then that starts violence. It's like, hit the curb. It's concrete.
Yeah, but that hurts.
It vibrates that, yeah, no, I don't want to flip my car, then I have to buy a new one. We'll flip this other guy's car. And that's just the general idea. Like, I don't get,
And from a purely capitalist point of view, if you flip your own car, you can't claim insurance on it. If someone else flips your car, that was damage from a riot.
Yeah, and even the insurance at that point could claim, you probably knew something like this was going to happen, win or lose. Ha ha ha,
Yeah.
So, it's sort of like, downtown Portland, you're at work downtown Portland, a spontaneous rally pops up at Lonsdale Park, and then it turns into a riot. While you're at work, and you park, and you have street parking near there. Okay, I could see the insurance paying for that one, but this was like a planned event. We've known for 2 weeks that downtown Philadelphia was going to go nuts.
Yeah.
One way or the other. So what were you researching last night?
2 coins that I've been hearing about just kind of peripherally. OMG and NEO. OMG, I don't remember what it stands for, but they're both looking to improve the Ethereum blockchain's transaction speed. People are saying they're going to blow up soon.
He's already well above over my head about this stuff. I'm just like, don't you just need computer speed to make it faster?
So the network itself, like the algorithms between all of the computers, that doesn't make sense.
I don't know if it's going to make sense to me, or if it's even going to make sense to these people, because it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. So the algorithms that all of the computers that make up the network use to talk to each other, a limit on the number of transactions per second they can process. Currently for Ethereum, I think it's like 150. For Bitcoin, it's 3, which is why there's such a huge backlog and why transactions are so expensive on Bitcoin. These OMG and NEO are technologies that will improve the speed of the Ethereum blockchain so that you can have hundreds of thousands per second.
I still don't get it. Like I said, he's getting into the level of just like, you shouldn't be thinking this complicated about it. Don't complicate your life. And this isn't just you, this is all these other people. Like, it's like, I probably am going to be talking about Priority One podcast tomorrow. And the fact that there are people in the Star Trek community, Star Trek Online community, that listen to this like it's the freaking gospel. And I'm like, stop overthinking stuff before it comes out. That's a good way to burn out on a game super fast. And I don't burn out easily on things, and I almost burned out on WoW because I was doing that. Because pretty soon, if you want to get information sooner and sooner before it comes out, and this and that, you're not going to be able to get it because the designers can't put it out. They can't think of it fast enough.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the next expansion going to be? We literally just put the expansion out. What's the next one going to be? I don't know yet. I need to plan for the next one. Can you play this one? Well, I've already played all of it. I've already done all the leveling in the pre-patch stuff. You know what I mean? That's the level of thing. But I'll talk about it tomorrow in a much more stable mindset. Yeah, but your train is coming down the line.
Yep. Bye.